Welcome back to First Take. It was a battle in the Western Conference as the Nuggets took the Spurs to overtime and won thanks to Nikola Jokic's 40 points, 8 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 blocks, and 0 turnovers. The win snapped 11 straight by San Antonio and gave Denver their 8th straight. As for Wemby, he tied a season-high 40 minutes and finished with 34 and 18, but only had 2 shots in overtime. Vince is back here with us. What statement did the Nuggets make on Saturday night against the Spurs?
They needed this win on so many different levels because it shows, at least to me, Shay and Stephen A., that they can be a force in that second round. The way it looks now, the Nuggets are tied with the Lakers. We know the Lakers have issues. So the second round sets up to be Spurs, Nuggets. And if you're going to catch San Antonio, it's going to be right now because you're going to say maybe they don't have the experience. Maybe you have everything that lines up as far as championship experience yourself. They have 7 guys that can shoot 40% or more from three-point range. And Jokic is still the best player in the game. Right. And he seemed to have 0 problems being guarded by Victor Wembanyama.
Your mic's off. They're going to fix that on.
Let me say, Stephen.
There we go. I'm looking out. Here's the deal. Nikola Jokic is unreal. I don't know how to put into words how phenomenal this dude is. I mean, you see him going up against Wemby. He comes up to Wemby's shoulders, okay? Fall away, one-legged jump shot floating over Wembanyama. Finishes the game with 40 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds and 3 blocks. I'm running out of words to say about Nikola Jokic. And let me be very, very clear to all the Nikola Jokic lovers out there. He should be a part, don't think it escapes me, he should be a part of every MVP conversation. The league MVP conversation, it shouldn't exist without him.
We're too used to it.
We're so used to it, but we know who he is and what he deserves. Having said that, I want to say this, and I'm going to make this statement right here, right now. Lakers, first of all, Lakers, and we'll talk about them later, but they're done. I mean, without Austin Reeves, without Luka Doncic, you have no chance. You have no chance unless you have both of them in the lineup with LeBron.
But they could come back in the postseason.
That's what I said. If they come back. That's different. If they don't come back, they're done. It's just that simple. Here's what I want to say about the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray is that dude. Everybody, I don't know how many times this is before he became an all-star. This is before he became an all-star, y'all. All right? I've been saying this for years. That brother shows up in big moments. He shows up in the postseason. And if this brother, Jamal Murray, is clicking, Denver can beat anyone if he's clicking. Because we're assuming Jokic is going to be Jokic. The combination of Jokic and Murray has such a profound impact. You can't omit or dismiss any possibility with the Denver Nuggets if both of them are clicking.
The problem, Stephen A., is...
Not you with that microphone.
Mic ain't working. This is all right.
This is a little different.
All right.
Usually the politician has the microphone, but I'm going to take it from President Stephen A. right here.
I approve that message, absolutely.
Denver has to do it this year. Like when you look at their roster, when you look at Jokic's age, he's not old, but this roster is set up to win this season. When you see Oklahoma City and their championship equity, you see San Antonio, you know they're coming. A lot of times, Stephen, and we've seen this, the most desperate team wins the NBA title. Dallas in 2011, they knew this was our last run with Dirk, and they saw everything that was coming. They saw Oklahoma City coming. They beat the Lakers. That was the thing. For Denver, I think right now with Jokic playing the way that he's playing, him having 0 problems being guarded by Victor Wembanyama, if Jamal Murray is healthy, this is their best chance for the next several seasons.
You know how fun it was to watch Wemby go against Jokic? I mean, this is the best 1-2 punch I've ever watched.
Wemby is, we're so lucky to have Wemby. We're so lucky to have him. He's a superstar, and he's special. His personality, his game, the whole bit. Mad love for Wemby and the Spurs overall because I love Castle as well, and I've always loved my man De'Aaron Fox. But I'm going to also say this, something to pay attention to. Clutch time points. Denver shot 53% in this game. San Antonio only 35%. We have to monitor that because all we have to hold against the San Antonio Spurs is their youth. We're looking at them, and we're looking at a guy like Harrison Barnes, a champion, De'Aaron Fox, who's been in the playoffs before with the epic 7-game series against the Warriors. And we're like, okay, you got that, but their youth is still something that all of us have question marks when you compare that to Oklahoma City, LA, Denver, etc. That's the only thing. And against Denver, they showed you how that can hinder them.
Yeah.
That's it.
To your point, Jokic 3 for 4 from the floor in overtime, where Wemby only had 2 points. So that goes to that point exactly where that could be a problem in terms of experience.
Boy, did we get something fun on Saturday. The Jokic Wemby show, an overtime thriller. Denver comes out with the win, 136-134. Jokic with 48, 13 assists, 3 blocks. Wemby finishes with 34, 18, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. It is the 8th straight win for Denver. I believe San Antonio was going for 12 on that one. Couldn't get it. It's 100% what playoff basketball is going to hopefully look like. I'm going to start with you, George. The fact that we got overtime out of this, I was thrilled just because I wanted more. Tell me what you thought on this one.
Oh, these are amazing. These are the games that you have during the regular season where you really look forward to playoff basketball, because that was just peeling the curtain back and giving us a front row seat of what this matchup would be in the playoffs. And you love it when both guys on each team show up. Like Jokic had a phenomenal game. I think Wemby was phenomenal. It was just had you at the edge of your seat the whole time. And the fact that it went into overtime was like you get 5 more minutes of bonus basketball. It was a thriller, and I enjoyed every second of it. It's crazy to think how, the bigs in this game have really, they can do it all. I mean, you look at what Wemby can do, you look at what Jokic can do. There's not. Before, when I first came in the league, it was like, get down to the block, post up, we'll throw you in the ball. And now it's, bringing the ball up, catching it on the wing, playing a point forward. The game has really evolved, and these two are spearheads of that, especially at the big man position.
Yeah, I'm glad at this point of the season we got a quality game from a big-time matchup, because usually seeds are already locked in and everybody know where they're going in the postseason. But Denver needed this game. They needed this game to know where they are in seeding. So I'm glad that everybody was involved and everybody participated. And we got some good fireworks out of it. Both teams played amazing. And it came down to just who's going to make one more play than the other team. And so we got to see 2 of our heavyweight champions of the league in Wemby and Jokic go head-to-head. Both teams played extremely well. You didn't really know how the outcome was going to go. So this is a great appetizer going into some postseason basketball for us to get ready and get prepared for. But I loved it. I love everything that I saw in this game, from the aggression from both superstars. And like I said, from guys just making play after play. Jamal Murray was a vibe. He made big plays in that game. So just to see everybody involved in such a pivotal playoff contending game that meant something to both of these teams, it was good to see. I enjoyed watching this game the other night.
And you're not lying, by the way, because Denver is still playing for something. And now that the Lakers are hobbled as badly as they are, if they get the 3 seed, Denver, they would play the Spurs in round 2. But regardless, they would either play them or the Thunder. And then if they were to win that, face the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals. So saying all of that, Lou, good Lord, if Denver were to make it to the finals, this would be one of the tougher gauntlets we've seen in quite some time, right?
And what's a better team than the Denver Nuggets to be prepared for a road like that? Like they have what it takes, and they've seen it before. So it's going to be a tough route, but in the Western Conference, it's going to be a tough route regardless. Now, this might be the toughest route. There's a lot of potholes on that road that they're going to have to maneuver and get around and deal with. And my gosh, man, if they get there, you got to give these dudes a lot of credit. And you almost got to put them as the favorite if they can go through all of this and put themselves in a position to compete for an NBA championship. Like if they got to go through both of these guys, it's gonna be tough. But again, Denver has been that team that had some ups and downs, couldn't really find footing, got bit by the injury bug a little bit, and wasn't as consistent as they've been in past years. But now, as we get to the end of the season, you can start seeing them get ready for a run and really put themselves in a position. They're the winners of 8 straight, so that should tell you everything about their mentality going into these games. So, going out there and using San Antonio and battling it out in the overtime win, to use that as kind of a measuring stick of what it's going to take for them to be in a position to win an NBA championship. They've been dealing with it well, and they've been preparing themselves for it just as well moving forward for them.
George, I want to ask you this because I'm kind of curious to see if you see it this way. So we talk a lot about Wemby and Chet, and I think it's because they both came into this league within a year of each other. There's been a rivalry. I know we want one. But then you have Wemby and Jokic, which has a completely different vibe. This one feels more sort of a respect on both sides towards the other, at least a lot more than it does towards Chet. Which one do you like more? Like, which of these two rivalries do you really want to see more of?
I don't know. I think after recency bias is a real thing. So
Yep.
I would have to say after what I saw on Saturday, the Wemby Jokic one. I mean, I'm gonna have my popcorn out and get my seat ready because this is. I mean, it's box office. This is unreal. It's like the great heavyweight fight. This is what you pay to see. Those two are the top tier big men in our game, if not the best, battling for the number one spot. And
stop it with that, Jokic. Stop it.
No, it's unreal. I'm going to have to lean towards this one, and nothing against the Chet and Wemby, but I mean, Jokic is a how many time MVP? Like, and Wemby's like supposed to be is looking like the face of the league, coming and evolving right in front of our eyes. Like, how can we? It would be disrespectful for me to turn that down and say that rivalry is one that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I gotta agree with G. This is the rival we were looking for. Like, and not only that, but they're both the marquee guys for their team, and they guarded each other and they challenged each other, and we got an overtime thriller out of it. When it comes to Chet and Wemby, we love that matchup. We love those guys going at it. But SGA is gonna be the guy that the tension is gonna be on, and he's probably gonna get more opportunities to try to win that game than Chet is. Chet is one of the best players on that team, but Wemby is absolutely the best player on his team. Jokic is the best player on his team. So when you get those two